so my mom is actually watching the kids today, and I am just out and about doing a whole bunch of prep for when Alex goes away to school, because I am going to be kind of doing it all by myself for a little bit, and so I want to like have as much food in the house ready to go. I also have to prep food for Alex to take with him, because the school that he's going to doesn't do vegan meals, so they've actually refunded him the price of catering, and I am going to be doing the catering for him. But since he doesn't get to leave the whole time that he's at school, I basically have to prepare almost 40 meals for him, and then he's also gonna take like breakfast and stuff on top of that, so yeah. And then I was gonna try and go to Fabricland, because if you've been following my Instagram, then you know that I have been selling homemade bags, like reusable Christmas bags and kids adventure bags, which you've probably seen on James in some of our vlogs where we go out. It's that crossbody bag that he sometimes wears that I made for him. So I've been doing a whole bunch of sales online. So I'm gonna try and get to Fabricland as well. So I actually have a whole bunch of things that I'm gonna try and just squish into a really, really small amount of time here. So we'll see what I get done, and I'll take you along with me, and I guess that's all. So I'll see you in a second. So I am just at Canadian Tire getting mason jars. I use mason jars for basically like everything. Like, we use them as glasses, we use them as food storage, we use them as absolutely everything. And the reason why is because they are basically as close to zero waste as you can get. I mean, if you look on the shelves here, so you can like buy mason jars, but then the lids are all standard, and they have been for like 100 years. So you can actually buy boxes of the lid. See, there's some lids and bands and stuff like that. And so basically mason jars will never end up in a landfill. I mean, unless you actually like smash the glass, you can always get replacement parts for them. People will always use them for like canning and jarring and stuff like that. Like, those are things that have been going on for like hundreds of years, and people will always do that. So I use mason jars for like everything. And so I have been packing Alex's lunches for when he goes away into, and what I've been looking for is the 750 ml wide mouth mason jars, because that's what I've been packing all of his lunches into, because afterwards I can use them for food storage. But even if I can't use them, there are guaranteed to be people who will use them. Like, these will not, there they are, these will not ever end up in a landfill. And so I am here to buy some of those. So there they are. Probably should have got a cart. And I am going to get some of the 500 ml wide mouth ones as well, so I can do like his dinners for 750 ml ones, and his lunches or like soups that he's gonna have a sandwich with in the 500 ml ones. I didn't open this, someone else did, but you can see like a mason jar. So first of all, it's frugal as hell to use mason jars instead of other containers, because other containers, they're like $6 each, and that's for like a cheap glass container, and I like to put my stuff in glass. But mason jars are like super cheap. I just got 21 of them for $29 after tax, which is amazing. And so that's like most of his meal prep for like 2 weeks right there. So yeah, they're super cheap, they're super low waste, they are, you can put them in the microwave, you can put them in the oven, you can put them in a pot of boiling water, like you can do anything with them. And I know that some people say like, yeah, millennials using those mason jars, but then you have to pour them in a dish. Yeah, so there's certain meals that you do have to pour out of a mason jar and put in a dish, but I'd say that washing a container and a dish is kind of worth it in the end when it comes to like all the positives of mason jars. So if anyone's gonna make that stupid comment about how you have to pour them in a dish, it's okay. We use diapers that you actually have to scrape poo off of and wash, because for us a little bit of extra effort is worth it to be eco-friendly. So yeah, that's my PSA about mason jars, and now I'm on my way to another store. So guys, honestly, I was a frazzled mess in that store, and it was super busy, so I didn't record anything. But I also forgot my reusable bags when I went in, and so I just brought everything out in the cart, and I'm gonna pack it here at the car while I stand in the rain, which is always super fun. So I got this bull, because the kids love them. That is just a treat. I probably buy those ones every 6 months. And cabbage, and carrots, and sweet potato, and vegan cheese, and vegan margarine. And I need another bag. And I bought pearl barley, but I bought it in bags, which I know is like so super wasteful. But I had one bad experience when Joe, like right after Joe was born, where I bought bulk barley and then it had beetles in it. And I know I need to get over it. Someone tell me something to make me get over it. Like, tell me there may be beetles in the bags too, because I don't like being wasteful. Like, I like going to the bulk store, but I cannot forget pouring barley into my soup and having beetles swimming around in it and being like, well, now I'll throw the whole soup out, I guess. And I got these for my mom. I do not use these. And I got myself a pack of Twizzlers because I'm pregnant and I need them. Tortillas for Alex when he's at school. Bread for Alex when he's at school. And bagels. Peanut butter for Alex. The jam for Alex for when he's at school. Never less than $100. Whew. So guys, the other thing that I got at Costco, which I didn't show you guys, is hemp hearts. So hemp hearts are probably like one of the most nutritious foods that you can buy, and if you want, I will post a picture in my Instagram stories when I make this video public with the nutritional value of like a scoop of hemp hearts, but they're super nutritious, and my friends all make fun of me because I literally put hemp hearts in everything. I put them in stir fries, I put them in smoothies, I put them in soups, I put them, you know, like I sprinkle them on my food if I don't have them in my food. I'll blend them into things. I'll put them in shepherd's pie. I will mix them into my children's rice when they're just eating plain rice. The rice is actually nutritious. They are like so nutritious. They're full of good fats and they're full of so many vitamins. They're full of protein. Like they are just powerhouses, and they taste, in my opinion, kind of like a peanut, except they don't taste as strong as a peanut. Like you really have to just take a scoop of them by themselves in order to get any flavor out of them. Generally, they just take on the flavor of like whatever you're putting them in, but especially when I'm pregnant and like I really want more nutrition, I usually add them to like everything that I eat, especially if I am not feeling like super hungry, because they add a whole bunch of calories and a whole bunch of really good stuff to my food, even if I'm not eating a lot of food. I actually bought this today because I am sending it with Alex on his course. He is not as like woohoo hemp as I am. Like I'm trying to make him understand that like if he's on course and he's hungry and like he doesn't feel like I packed him enough food or something like that, he can just put a scoop of these into like every one of his meals. So hopefully I win and he takes it with him and he brings it back like more than half empty, because they're just really good for you. So that is like my 5th PSA of the day. I also wanted to add for you guys that like I will never ever do like shopping videos and haul videos and things like that. For me today, like taking you food shopping is like my way of still being a part of what everybody asks me to do with like taking you guys shopping and stuff, but we don't do like clothing hauls and like going to Old Navy and finding everything that we possibly can that looks nice on us or anything like that. I own probably 5 shirts and like 4 pairs of pants, and Alex's closet is, other than his work clothes, even more minimalist than mine is. The kids have a lot of clothes because they do get gifted a whole bunch of clothes from like their grandparents, and they also get a lot of hand-me-downs and stuff, but I just personally don't see a reason for like shopping for every single season. I don't see a reason for like having a huge wardrobe and having to like pick out what you need to wear every day and stuff like that. So you will never see like a haul video or like a come shop with me at Target. I couldn't think of another name. That's the one that I see all the time, but like you'll never see one of those videos from me because I just don't do the go into a store, try on 100 things and, you know, pick out 5 things to take them home. I think that like fashion is like really extremely wasteful, and we try and reduce our impact on the earth as much as possible, and one of the ways is just by buying clothes that we're going to get a lot of use out of and wear all the time, and you know, basically wear them until they're gone. So that's why I'm taking you guys with me on like a little shopping spree like this today, because this is the shopping that I do. I shop for food, I shop for reusable items, I shop for, well, I guess that's really all I shop for. I need to get home because I bought some frozen stuff, but I actually have a package that I need to mail, which is some Christmas bags that I made and somebody purchased them from me. And the other thing is that I still haven't gone to the fabric store, but I might have to put that off till later because I don't know how long my mom is going to be around to watch the kids, and everything else was just way more important because Alex is leaving in a couple of days. So I'll talk to you guys in a minute. And last stop is Bulk Barn, and they have a reusable container program, so you can actually go in with like your mason jars or your reusable cloth bags and stuff like that. I usually try and bring in the containers that like already have the sticker on it from last time.
That's okay.
So here's my jars, and they have weights on the bottom of them. Who wants another little rant? So I went in to buy some Israeli couscous and some nutritional yeast. And nutritional yeast, for a lot of people out there who like aren't vegan especially, because I never heard of it before I was vegan, it is a plant that is grown and it kind of tastes cheesy, and it is full of B12, which is an essential vitamin. Lots of different health issues that like come into play when you're really low on B12. Shockingly, B12 is one of the things that people bring up all the time about veganism. They say, oh, well, you can't get B12 in a vegan diet, and if you can't get all your vitamins and minerals, then there's no way that that's a healthy diet. But the truth is that if you eat meat, you are also being supplemented with B12. B12 actually comes from the dirt, and so when we used to, you know, forage for food and we would like eat some of the dirt with our food, we would get B12. When animals were pasture raised, they would get B12 by like eating the grass, and the dirt would come up with the grass. Now, because we have like huge factory farm lots and stuff like that, and the food is actually brought to the animals, animals don't actually get enough B12 to be considered not deficient either. And so what farmers do is they have these giant bags of like pure B12 vitamins that they feed to the animals before they kill them, and that is the only reason why it seems like with a diet that includes meat, you will get B12 in your diet, and as a vegan, you won't get B12 in your diet. But nutritional yeast is really, really awesome because it tastes kind of cheesy, and so I'll put it in like soups, we'll put it on pasta, I'll put it on popcorn to make like a cheesy popcorn. If you put like some margarine, some nutritional yeast, and some pepper, amazing, incredible popcorn. My friends all talk about it, they call it Tina's popcorn. So yeah, it's really, really cool. You don't have to be a vegan to have nutritional yeast, and if you look up some recipes with nutritional yeast in them, it usually replaces like cheese, excess salt, because it usually makes things, I don't know if it like turns on your salt receptors or what, because it doesn't have salt in it, but it does make things taste more salty. If you are making a vegetable dish or a vegetable soup or something like that, there is no reason to add a bunch of fat and cholesterol to your food when you can literally just add nutritional yeast. So if you haven't heard of it, look it up because it's really, really awesome stuff. That is probably gonna be my last rant of the day, but there's just so much to talk about when it comes to buying all the stuff that we buy. Anyways, okay, so I guess I'll talk to you guys soon. I just got home and my mom is yelling at Chester because he ran outside as soon as she opened the door. Anyways, I wanted to make a really quick final note here, but I wanted to say that this video is in no way meant to like shame anybody for their lifestyle or anything like that. We are by no means a zero waste family. We just do every little thing that we can in order to produce as little waste as we can and in order to make lesser of an impact. As you guys saw, I bought some produce that came in packages instead of buying it off the shelf, things like that. So we're not perfect. I don't think anyone is perfect, but I am really, really proud of people who come really close to it. More the reason why I wanted to mention all the things that I mentioned when I made this video is to try and inspire people to do better where we can do better. There's a lot of things people don't know that you can do, like taking reusable containers to bulk stores, like using mason jars for things instead of buying a whole bunch of plastic containers, like putting things like nutritional yeast in food instead of using cheese, because feeding mother cows in order to make cheese is one of the most wasteful things that you can do for the environment. Like, there are so many little changes that you can make in your everyday life, and so this video is not meant to shame anyone or to try and show anyone that our family is perfect or anything like that, but more just to inspire people to make different decisions every single day and do the best that we can every single day, because that's the way that we're going to create a greener future for our children and ensure that the planet is here for them and for their children to come. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say today. I want to thank you guys so much for coming along with me. I am tired and out of breath, and now I'm going inside to unpack this entire car full of nonsense. I guess that I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want more videos like it, and that's all. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.